But so you were directly involved in the case,
Yes.
in the Teo Beng Hock case. What is your personal opinion on the findings?
From the beginning, in fact, even before I got involved as counsel for MACC, I thought the decision by the coroner was bizarre, because from what I have read in the newspapers, I thought suicide was staring at us, very much so. Having said that, I must also be sensitive to the family of Teo Beng Hock, just as any family of any other person who is involved with a situation where their relative could possibly be deemed as having committed suicide. Because this is a stigma. We all resist it. It is not necessarily Muslim who resist this. Every race in Malaysia would resist the idea that a family member has committed suicide because of the stigma.
Across all communities.
Across all communities, and especially so among Muslims, because the Muslims believe that their religion reject persons of that sort who commit suicide as being outside of the religion, not even a Muslim. If you commit suicide, you're not even considered a Muslim. It is a very serious thing. But as you correctly pointed out, it is across the board. All races in Malaysia would resist that. So for the family to say, in spite of the decision of the commission, that it is not suicide, it is quite understandable. But what is not understandable is parties who are professionals, who participated in the commission, for instance, the Bar Council and others like-minded persons. If you look at it very professionally, you cannot resist. It is, I would say, an irresistible conclusion that it was suicide. Now, suicide conclusion here is not based merely on evidence of individuals, because there's hardly anyone, in fact there's no one who saw how Teo Beng Hock got to the window and how he exited through the window. It is all scientific evidence.
No witnesses?
No witnesses for forensic pathology. And why I say it is irresistible is because you have 5 pathologists who gave evidence, 3 from local sources, very eminent pathologists, 2 from overseas, including Professor Venezis. Professor Venezis is from London, who is well known, who's so well known as a pathologist. He conducted the post-mortem examination of Princess Diana, for instance. And when the King's Cross fire took place in the tube station, he was, in fact, the leading person who undertook the examination of all the dead bodies, identification, and so on. The other person from overseas, of course, Dr. Pontik from Thailand, who became such a controversy in the inquest as well as at the RCI. But she was proven wrong. And the commission held that she was wrong in her opinion. And I thought she was just completely off the mark when she started off with a controversial statement that because there were injuries in the bottom part of Teo Beng Hock, namely right at the anal area, she quite easily concluded that there must have been someone who introduced a very hard object, like a stick perhaps, into the anal area of Teo Beng Hock from the outside inside, and therefore causing such massive injuries.
Okay.